This is my suburban habitat, my suburbitat, and I'm gonna survive here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's nice Tennessee humid heat. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna build some, make some hanging plants, and like hanging tomatoes and peppers upside down in a 5-gallon bucket. But first, gotta put the posts and the hooks in the ground and do that, and then we'll cut the buckets and fill them. And kind of the purpose for this is kind of a vertical idea, and being able to use as much, get as much out of this little bit of space that you got. So, first thing we're gonna do is put the posts together. So the first idea is figure out where we want them on the post. I'll be digging a 2-foot hole to drop this in. I'm not going to concrete it in because I'm going to pull them out at the end of the season. But it'll be sticking about 6 feet out of the ground. So I figure if I put this at the top, that bucket's going to hang down low enough that I can look inside and you'll still have plenty of drop to the ground. So I'm thinking we'll stick these right at the top. So what I got here is coarse threaded 1.25" drywall screws. Just center that up, don't need to be perfect right now. Alright, now we get to go dig some post holes. Alright, I'm gonna dig some post holes for the hanging buckets. Do is put the posts together. You can't really get around behind that with that big tamper, so I'm going to have to use this little stick. Alright, plants will hang upside down in the bottom here, and you may be able to plant a few in the top. That way we can get a little more use out of what space we got. I got 2 more to put in the ground. It's going to be too boring for you to watch, so I'm just going to turn this off and get at it. This ain't such a bad deal until you hit a rock, right where you're digging a pothole or a post hole. Well, you got to do what you got to do. That one's way too big to try to bang out of there, so I think I'm going to go ahead and fill it in and dig another one. Okay, we're going to start working on the buckets, and I'm just going to back off here. I'm going to turn the radio on, and I'll just videotape while I'm working on the buckets. 4 holes I got to drill, simple enough. and then we'll talk a little bit more about what else I got to do. Okay, what I'm trying to do is get the very tip or the very center of this hole saw on the little bead in the center of the bucket, so I can get my hole as close to the center as possible. There you go. A little better control. Alright, this is how we're going to load this bucket up. First thing we do, I've seen people use coffee filters for this, but I couldn't find any coffee filters, so I'm going to use paper towel. So what I'm going to do is put that paper towel down there in the bottom so it'll, in fact, I'm going to fold it up. Fold it to a quarter. I'll lay that down at the bottom, cover that hole. Then, take some of this nice mixed soil, start putting it in that bucket. I'm going to want enough. Give me some room when I flip that over so I can get the plant in there. Take me this lid, and then very carefully, keeping that lid on there, flip that puppy over. And I still lost some out of it. Oh well. But now, I can pull this out. Okay, now, you get it as flat as we can in there. So I guess we'll go with the tomato first. This is the German Johnson. I don't know if you can read that or not. Okay, I've cut these roots a little bit, get them growing. Now I'm going to take some of these stems off the bottom here, because this is a tomato plant. If you know anything about tomato plants, however far up you plant it into the soil, them hairs are going to grow roots. So I'm going to go to here and here. Now, just make this big enough to get it in there. Should probably get like a little bowl of water or something and just kind of soak it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm going to rinse my hands off. Now let's start getting a little bit down in there. And that's just going to be to kind of stabilize it, make it a little more stable. And I'll take this, try to put it back in there. And there we go. I don't know if you can see that or not. Well, now we got to go hang it up. And there you have it. Now what I'll do is I'll be adding a little bit more in there. And then add a little bit more dirt in there. And I can plant some more stuff in there. So we'll have stuff on top. And let's see, stuff coming out the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get these others done. And then tomorrow I'll put the third post in. I'll have actually 6 buckets hanging up there. But that's how it's done. I guess that's how I did it. All right, I got all 4 buckets up. Got a hot banana pepper down here. Got a little zucchini that's probably gonna die up there. I got Anaheim pepper right here. Sweet banana pepper down here. And here are actually on the top and the bottom of both Anaheim peppers. There's an Anaheim pepper up top. And then my German Johnson tomato down below. So I'm going to take some wire, some good strong wire, and loop it through here. Good strong wire and loop it through here. And to hold this down, that way just if the wind comes up or something like that, we can probably keep these buckets hanging there. So I'll take the wire and go through just like that, maybe 2 or 3 things and twist it off. Hopefully that'll work. Alright, this is the day after these were put up, and just thought I'd show you what I had to do. I talked about putting the wire up here, but I had to come back out this afternoon and I put these little pipe clamps right up here and then wired them to give strength up here, because this afternoon when I looked out, this one was laying on the ground. Luckily it didn't do too much damage, but it was laying on the ground, and this screw was ripped out of the pole, and so I don't know if it just gave under weight or wind or a bird landed on it. For some reason it popped, so I went ahead and reinforced each one, wired it up with some good strong wire, and I put these little clamps over on top of each one, getting some strength. Then I knew that I at least needed to put that wire in there when I first did them, but I didn't think about that not being strong enough. I should have thought about that, because there's only an 1¼ inch screw in there, and you know, all that weight's pulling down on this screw. So add a little strength.
1, 2, 3, 4.